Hey guys, how are we doing today? We're going to be doing the Manitou Incline today up in Manitou Springs, Colorado. Um, Very excited. I've done this multiple times. I try to do it every year. I really use the Manitou Incline as a gauge on where I need to be for whenever I do my 14ers, just because it is very intense, very steep, very enduring, tests your grit. um it's gonna be very fun today. It's a little gloomy out, so hopefully the weather clears by the time we get up there, but if not, we'll have a gloomy hike. We'll get the mountain done, but maybe not the best views, who knows. If you haven't done the Manitou Climb before, I invite you to try it. It is a great challenge. It's a 2-mile staircase incline up, and then you take the bar trail back down. Um, yeah. And as you're going up it, there's multiple false peaks to it. So enjoy it as you go. The entire thing in itself is a false peak because, as I said, you take the bar trail down, and the bar trail is a trail that you use to get up to Pikes Peak. I've done Pikes Peak in the past. I believe I just did it this past September, October or so. But I went on the other side because if you take the bar trail path, it's like an insane distance. It's like this might be super exaggerated, but I believe it might be like I was gonna say I think it is. It's like 26 miles there and then 26 miles back. I went around the backside. I started at this old campground, and that halved it. I went 12 miles up and 12 miles down. On it in about 50,000 steps. It took me all day, like 12 and a half hours. Most insane experience ever doing a 14er. So if I ever do Pikes Peak again, I'm going to cheat, and I'm either going to do two things. I'm either going to drive up to the top like everybody else, or I guess three things. If I ever do the whole thing again from the campground all the way up, I'm asking somebody to drive me down to the halfway point. Option two is I'm just going to start from the halfway point, get all the way up there, and then have somebody drive me back down. Or option three, just drive all the way up it and all the way down. And that's pretty much it. Anyways, I'm going to go pick up my friend Abram. He's going to be doing it with me, and then we are going to drive up there. And for you guys, you'll just see us starting. Okay, see ya. Alrighty guys, so here at the Manitou Incline, about to start. I'm gonna hit start on my timer here. Once we take the first step there, and then it is a long way up. So, keep you updated as we go. I'll let you know if I make it to the top. Currently 500 steps in. Here is what the view is looking like. We started all the way down there. This was our goal to stop at 500. Still have all the way up to go. I know how many steps there are, but I'm not going to tell you how many there are unless you've done it. So if you know how many steps there are, comment down below how many you think there are. Yeah, see you at our next rest break.
Feels really good. It just stays that way. It's nice.
Okay, we're past the halfway point on the mountain. So we're now doing 50 steps, rest a minute, 50 steps, rest a minute. Don't want to rest too long, especially when you're high up in elevation. If you let your heart rate come down, it's harder and more fatiguing on you to get it back up as you're climbing at a higher elevation. So 50 steps, give or take, and then rest a minute, and we'll keep going until we make it all the way to the top. Alrighty guys,
made it to the top. If you guessed 200, 768 steps, you were correct.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Where are you from? I'm from there.
Alrighty, everybody. I had made it to the summit. Took the bar trail down. So after the incline 2 miles up, bar trail 4 miles down. Finally made it to the bottom. I was walking with my friend Abram. I lost him. He couldn't survive, couldn't make it. So I finished for us. Now, it's a key thing to remember about the incline or any hiking activity when you do it. And that is, especially with elevation gain, you're going to want to take as little rest breaks as possible. And the reason for that is obviously with activity, you are increasing your heart rate. And as you increase your heart rate, you want to maintain it. Sorry, I got lost for a second. But you're going to want to maintain your heart rate just for the fact that if I'm hiking, so for example, on the Manitou Incline, if you guessed correctly, 2,768 steps all the way up to the top. So if I'm hiking up these steps and at the 500 step mark, my heart rate is at 160 because first 500 steps are light work and you're pumping through it. Then my heart rate's 160 and I want to take a rest break because now I know I'm a fifth of the way there. Rest break. Rest until your heart rate gets down to like 120, 130. That's like a working range for your heart rate to be in. If you let it come all the way back down to like 70 or 80 beats per minute, then that's fine. But it's just gonna be more fatiguing because now when I start again, not only am I 500 feet up higher than I was when I started, it's an incline. So it's gonna get progressively steeper. So therefore, the effort required to make it up all these steps progressively increases. So no need to add onto the list of things for your heart and lungs to work harder as well. So you are going to want to take a minute or so rest break at whatever your designated stopping point is. Let your heart rate come down just a little bit, but not a whole lot, and then keep going. Because, as I said, 500 steps, I'm at 160. If I rest until 120, do another 100 steps, 200 steps, whatever your number is, I rest again. Resting heart rate is then again 160, right? I only need to go up 40 points to get there. However, so 40 points, not a whole lot of physical exertion. But if I'm doing resting until my heart rate gets down to like 80 beats per minute, 70 beats per minute, that's like resting heart rate range, 60 to 100. You don't want to be there. Do another 100 steps. Because now I have to work harder to get back into that working heart rate range. Now, my next rest break, I'm more fatigued because my heart and lungs and muscles progressively had to work harder. So therefore, I'm going to need more rest. So, same principle, whether you are training in the gym, training on the treadmill, lifting weights, running, carrying your kids, carrying in your groceries, whatever, stay in a comfortable range. And I sometimes do this phrase when I'm training in the gym, is I like to die there so I can live here. All that means is I'm going to make my training extremely more difficult with increased intensity. So that way, whenever I do these, I would say challenges, because the incline is a challenge. Whenever I do the incline or a 14er, or I want to go for a personal record or a personal best on any of my lifts of any kind, I want to make sure that my heart, lungs, muscles, ligaments, tendons can handle it and bear the stress. So it's important to keep that in mind as well. And make sure you do your cardio before or after, however you prefer. If you feel like you need your body needs to warm up, do it before. Gets the heart rate up, gets you ready for all your lifts. If you feel like you just want to get right into lifting, do your lifting and then do your cardio afterwards. People dread cardio because it's so annoying and it's hard, but think of it as a way of keeping your heart and lungs pumping, because your heart pumps blood throughout your whole body. So when you eat a lot of fatty foods, they clog your arteries, and you need a strong heart to pump blood through those arteries, declog it. So this is just your daily reminder. Do your cardio, do your daily movement, get outside, move. Every 30 minutes, stand up. I know a lot of people do office work. So when you do office work, stand up every 30 minutes, every hour. Do what? Anything. Stand, walk around, do squats around the chair, anything you can. So that is a wrap on the Manitou Incline. If you liked this kind of content, give a like on this video, comment down below if you got the correct amount of steps and what kind of videos you would like to see in the future, if you have any other questions. All right, guys, take care.